Day after day, I must face a world of strangers where I don't belong. I'm not that strong.
Feel like making love, hey, to you. Yo, what up, everybody? It's your boy DreSays, and welcome back to the DreSays Podcast. We are officially on episode 18 of the DreSays Podcast, episode 18, which is kind of funny because a couple weeks ago I was chopping it up with my older sister, and we were both joking, and I was like, it's kind of crazy. She's like, why? I said, because there's not really a big difference between 18-year-old Dre and about to be 38-year-old Dre. I'm not going to say 38-year-old Dre yet, because that shit ain't till June. I still got 6 months. We're going to hold off as much as possible. But there's not a big difference, right? And those were jokes, y'all. Let's keep it real. There's definitely a difference between 18-year-old Dre and 38-year-old Dre. But there's some things that just ain't changed, and I don't know if they ever gonna change. I mean, let's keep it real. Like, 18-year-old Dre, shit,
DreSays or Andre Walker.
That's Siri going off. She heard my name. But no, like 18-year-old Dre, he basically wanted to be a rapper, right? That's all I cared about. That's all I wanted to do. I was getting ready to leave high school, and I was gonna be a rapper. Yeah, that ain't really paying out that well. I found out very quickly that even though I had a talent for it, I wasn't in love with it as much as everybody else around me loved it. Some of y'all may not know that. Some of y'all who were very big fans of me rapping did not know that. I hated it. I still kind of do to this day. Just now when people are like, yo, freestyle, I'm like, get the fuck out of here. The last time I did a freestyle, I think was during quarantine. I did one over one of DJ Ease's records that he had dropped because everybody was doing it, and I was in quarantine. I had nothing to do. But yeah, 18-year-old Dre was a rapper. I remember telling my friends, like, yo, like, shit, when we get to that point, bro, you're just gonna be my driver and you'll be my security, and a straight dreamer. And I'm still a dreamer now. I'm just a little bit more realistic with my shit. 18-year-old Dre was also a big sneakerhead. That hasn't changed at all. I still have sneakers from when I was 18. I've been a size 13 since I was 12. So anything that held together and didn't fall apart is still somewhere in this crib or in a box somewhere in storage. Keeping it a buck with you. 18-year-old Dre was a lover. Like a real, like I was a gushy ass dude at 18. Like pause, but yeah, like I was oh my God. Oh, so many crushes, so many people I wanted to spend my life with. And it didn't matter. Like it wasn't like I was falling for one person. Like it was multiple people. Oh my God. Yo. Just thinking about some of the people now and some of them done slid in my DMs lately, but it's fucking hilarious either way. 18-year-old Dre was a mushy ass lover. And I still am. I still like the romance in life. I still love, you know what I mean? I still love women. I really do. I really do. I love giving y'all attention. I love spending time with y'all. I love y'all as people in general, as human beings in general. I love women. I'm just not as sappy as I was at 18, and I'm not as much of a sucker. If you would have got me at 18, ladies, if y'all would have found me at 18 and didn't stun on me, one of y'all would have locked me the fuck up. I'd have been married with kids and all that shit. It'd have been a wrap for me if y'all had caught me at 18. I'm not gonna lie. Shit, 18-year-old Dre. Yo, 18-year-old Dre used to fall asleep at the wheel a lot. Real talk. It was kind of dangerous. Like, I think I fell asleep at the wheel twice at 18. Yeah, I definitely did. Yeah. And definitely, I remember running over a mailbox once. Ooh, and this one, when my mom sees this, she's gonna be like, I knew it. the can of worms, like going out towards like Webster or whatever. I was coming from Henrietta out towards where my parents used to live, um, and I fell asleep at the can of worms and smashed my Honda Accord all up, all on the left hand side. I told my mom the tire blew out. Sorry, mom. But that was young Dre. That was young Dre. I always worked though. I got my first job at 14. So I was always a worker. I always liked to stack money. I always had my side hustles. Um, I always liked to spend money too. Even if it was just on friends or whatever, I liked to spend money and enjoy doing it. I'm a little bit more reserved with my shit now just because I know I need to make a future and savings is a real thing. 18-year-old Dre did not know shit about savings. I had no idea about savings. I just knew if I wanted it and I made the money, I'm gonna get it, and that was the plan. Um, yeah, I still buy shit that I want though. That's the scary part sometimes because sometimes I'm like, yo, like right now, I'm talking to you guys, and the video is coming from a brand new camera. But I wanted it, and it's an investment. At least that's what I like to tell myself. It's an investment in my future. When we were quarantined, I think I bought 10, 15 pairs of new sneakers. Um, so that's never going to change. That sneaker thing is just never going to change. But with age comes maturity, comes knowledge, um, and some things have changed. Um, I'm not the sappy lover that I used to be. I still, like I said, I still care. I still love affection. I still love showing affection. I'm just not naive anymore. Um, I know my worth. I know I'm a solid man um, who's stable financially, emotionally, and also has dreams and aspirations and a goal in life. You know what I mean? I'm not just gonna fall for the pretty thing that wants to show me a little bit of attention. I don't give a fuck about that. You're cool to look at on Instagram, but other than that, nothing's gonna go further than that. Financially, I'm a little bit more sturdy. I put money aside. I make investments. Shit. I run a clothing brand with my business partner, stocks, and looking into buying land and all this other shit. So that I'm better off, so that I can leave a legacy behind for my niece and nephew, or any children I do decide to have, so that they don't have to worry about stacking money. I mean, they'll be taught that, obviously, but I'd rather them not have to worry about it. I want them to do it, but I don't want them to have to depend on doing it. You know what I mean? I don't fall asleep behind the wheel anymore. Um, Shit, my old ass don't be out late enough to fall asleep at the wheel anymore. And if I'm going to and I feel too tired, I'll just Uber my ass back home. On top of that, there's a pandemic, so if I'm up late, the only thing I'm doing is probably sitting in the house any fucking ways. um, I don't want to be a rapper anymore. No, rapping's not really on the horizon for me anymore. Like I said, I didn't like it. I don't know what it was. You ever have a talent for some shit and people are like, "Oh my god," like so excited about it, and you're just like, "Oh, okay, cool." Like, yeah, thanks. I appreciate it, but it was just not for me. That's how I used to feel about rapping. The only time I would get excited is like with battles and shit like that. But even then, like I got dicked out of a couple wins in battles, and like it just, I don't know. I'm just not a fan. Yeah. And some people are still very mesmerized by that shit, but to me, it's just like, I'm about to be 40, y'all. Like, I'm not Jay-Z. 40 is not the new 20 for me, okay? I may look young, but I'm not. So the rapping shit is out the fucking window for me. There's some of my friends that are still doing it that are very good at it and very talented. And fuck it, keep pushing on. Do what you gotta do. As long as your hustle's correct, as long as your money's right, and you're not just fucking off a check trying to, trying to become something that's not gonna work out. Like if you don't really have that drive and you're just doing it because you don't want to get a fucking job, then that's a different story. But to all my friends who are still very good at it, and actually made a career out of it and have some drive and focus, run with it. I swear, run with it. I will be there to chant y'all on and root y'all on and all that shit. And if you want a feature once in a while, let me know. I'll throw a verse in there. But that's just not a it's just not a career goal for me anymore. Um, I will say this though, 18-year-old Dre did only want to work for himself, and that's still the fucking goal. Like nothing against big companies, nothing against the company I work for now. Yeah, literally helped me out financially. Not helped me out. I mean, I worked for the shit, but y'all have supported me financially through my work efforts for so long, and I appreciate it. But the goal is to definitely not work for anybody else. What the fuck I look like making y'all richer? It's not how this works. It's not how life should work, actually. Um, and I will say this: at 18, I did not want to be alone as much as I do now. Like I used to constantly call, like not constantly call, like not in a nagging way, but we always did. Like me and my friends would literally like wake up and be like, "Yo, what you doing?" Like text message or a phone call. What are you doing? Where you at? More than likely phone call because we didn't text that much at 18. I was 18 back in 2000. Like it was different. um, but like I would like we'd wake up and call each other. What you doing? All right, cool. I'm about to get ready to come to your house. We don't do that shit no more. We old now. Some of us don't even live in the same city anymore. But like, it would like wake up, get dressed, head over to your friend's house, figure out what the fuck y'all gonna do for the day. Or if you had to work, go to work. As soon as you got out of work, call your friend. What are you doing? Let's go do something. Um, Now it's not so much. Now it's like shoot your text during the day, maybe once or twice a week. Like, yo, you good, bro? Yeah, I'm good. All right, cool. Shoot a meme over to you. Like maybe FaceTime here and there. Um, it's not the same, but it's the same. You know what I mean? Like I still have friends from when I was 18. I still have some friends from when I was 18. Um, which is crazy. Like, not to go off topic, but like I gotta talk about this real quick, actually. I made a post this week complaining about people acting like they know me when they don't know me. I joke about it, but 18-year-old Dre is definitely not 38-year-old Dre. Just like 16-year-old Dre, just like 17, 15, whatever. Teenage Dre is not the Dre you see today. So if you haven't heard from me since I was a teenager, or even if when I was a teenager, we weren't really close friends, you don't fucking know me. I've gotten a lot lately. I don't know what it is about lately. Maybe everybody's fucking bored, but I've gotten a lot of people from like high school and junior high, like writing shit on Facebook or like commenting on something that I say. Everything that I say doesn't deserve your response. Let me put that out there, right? If you want to, it's a free fucking country, but then understand that like I'm gonna rebuttal this shit and you may not like what I have to say. Point blank, period. So uh that's the other difference between 18-year-old Dre and 38-year-old Dre. 18-year-old Dre would have came to your doorstep and talked to you about it, right? I'm an adult now. I have way too much to lose to do dumb shit like that. But I will say this: you gotta watch what you say, because there's some people that aren't different from when they were 18, and they'll show up to your doorstep. Really. So just a heads up to all these Facebook people who don't have anything else to do but Facebook or Instagram or TikTok or Twitter or whatever the fuck social media you're on. Just because you grew up around somebody or you knew of someone when they were younger, you don't fucking know who that person has become, right? So you got to kind of watch what you say. Have your political views, whatever the fuck you want to say. But when you start throwing in things like what happened in high school and or you start saying shit like, well, no, our lives weren't that different. You don't fucking know. We weren't cool. Even if we were, some of my closest friends don't really know what my life was like. You know what I'm saying? They knew what I would show them on the exterior. They didn't live in my home. They didn't live in my body or my skin tone. You know what I'm saying? We may have gone to the same place every day for a week straight, but they don't feel the same way I do when we enter that place. You see what I'm saying? So you can't tell me or anyone else how to feel about something just because you grew up around them or because you went to the same school. I'll say this. Some of y'all better be fucking glad it's 38-year-old Dre and not 18-year-old Dre. And I'll leave it at that. Back to my fucking regular schedule program though. uh, growing up has been awesome. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna keep it real. I don't have much to complain about my life. There's certain things that I could complain about. I could complain about, you know what I mean, not having my real father in my life as much as I wanted to. I could complain about um, my mom having MS and how much that hurt her and hurts me. You know what I'm saying? I could complain about, you know, not having all the money in the world when I was younger and my mom buying me my first car and being able to do all this wild shit. Yeah, but for what? Why would I do that? I'm just happy enough that 18-year-old Dre has been able to turn into 38-year-old Dre. That 38-year-old Dre learned from the mistakes of 18-year-old Dre. Yeah, am I jaded in certain areas like relationships and all that? Of course. Of course. Did I make a couple big ass mistakes? Fuck yes. I blew through tons of money. Um, shit, I lost my license a couple times. Oh, my mom didn't know that shit neither. Well, mom, you learned some shit today. Um, I've lost friends. I've lost relationships. Um, but I'm still here. And even if I do say so myself, I'm doing pretty fucking good. I'm doing pretty fucking good. I think if 18-year-old Dre met 38-year-old Dre, um, he'd be pretty surprised at how good I'm doing. He'd probably be mad as fuck I'm not a rapper. But I think he'd be pretty happy with what I'm doing. Shit, man. That's episode 18, y'all. 18 going on 38. That's what we're gonna call this. 18 going on 38. I have a pretty dope surprise for episode 19, y'all. I have a special guest that I know y'all don't know. Her followers may know her when she comes on, but I know you guys don't know her because I just met her, and she's pretty cool. And I think you're gonna like some of the stuff that we talk about. So y'all stay tuned. In 2 weeks, episode 19 will be up, and I think you're gonna be pretty stoked about that. I know 18-year-old Dre would be, and 38-year-old Dre definitely is.
Day after day, I must face a world of strangers where I don't belong. I'm not that strong.